Hello, team. Welcome to another weekly sales meeting. Before we get to the brunt of the big topics we want to talk about for the week, I want to talk about a big announcement that we're going to be making here on February 2nd, just here in about 2 weeks on the weekly sales meeting. Really big project and initiative that is part of our long-term vision as a company, something that is every single team member is going to play a role in. Our loan originators and all of their markets are going to play a central role in, and it's a big transformative impact project. It's something that's focused on changing the way consumers get access to the information to become a homeowner. As we all know, most people don't know what's the process to own a home, what's the process to buy a home or make it an investment property. Financial literacy is something that there isn't easy access to. Usually, you don't find out about these things till the point of transaction, and we want to change that in a very big way. So it's a national campaign. It's a really big effort, something we've been working on for quite some time. It's part of our long-term strategic vision. We're very excited. And all of you, every single loan originator is going to play a major role in this project in their local communities. So just want to make sure you tune in for that. Excited to share with everybody, but that's going to be on February 2nd, big company announcement. But going to go ahead and transition here, talk about the big story that everybody's talking about, some we've talked about over the last couple of months. Interest rates are rising. So, obviously, based upon the phone calls I got, these last 2 days, people are concerned. Rates are rising. How's this impact things? How's this going to impact 2022? How's this impact our ability to achieve our goals? And let me make it clear. I've consistently communicated to everybody here, like our expectation was that rates were going to rise. Matter of fact, we thought this was going to happen in Q4. So this isn't a surprise. We anticipate this. We set our goals knowing where rates were going. We set our goals for growth, for our production teams, for all of our internal team members, based upon the fact that we knew this was going to happen. So, let's take a step back and just understand rates impact transactions. If your business is completely based upon interest rates, that means you have a transactional business model. You're in a refi model. Rates are hot, rates are low, you got a lot of transactions. Rates are high, you don't have a lot of transactions. We're in the relationships business, like UMortgage, relationships, not transactions. That's our business model. Everything we do here is focused on that. The relationship business is about value. So either you're, providing value or you're not. Realistically speaking, if the loan officers that have focused on value for the last, 5 years, they're not worried about rates because they know they have referral partners that are going to consistently deliver business to them. And while the rates might be higher that the consumer is getting, that's not going to change their flow of business. They're still going to be closing. They're still going to be getting what they need to get done. So, we're going to focus on relationships. We're going to focus on referrals. We're going to focus on our referral partners, but we're going to focus on continuing to be that value leader. And that's both us as an organization for our loan originators and our loan originators in their local communities for consumers and for their referral partners. So we're going to stay focused on that. And if you stay focused on that, we don't have to worry about what happens with rates. When you're the value leader, you're always going to have a full pipeline. You're always going to have customers in your pipeline closing. So, let's stay focused on that. Now, one thing I do want to say is this, I had a call yesterday with somebody and they said, what are you, I've been watching your company. I've been watching what you guys are doing. What are you doing right now? And, for me, this is, it's kind of an interesting thing. It's like, we're winning in right now based upon things that happened in 2018, 2019, 2020, like 2021. Like we set the foundation for this. We laid the groundwork a long time ago. Like Jimmy Hobson, Kyle Kohler, Amir Bali. These are people that these relationships were developed 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Like these are not new relationships. These are relationships that were developed then, the work that was done then. And that was at a time when I wasn't making any money off them. There was no common goal focused on, building a mortgage company. We just supported each other. We helped each other. We developed a relationship. We had alignment on our core values. And then it turned out when UMortgage happened, they joined the team. They became partners here because they are aligned on the mission of best serving consumers. So like that work was done years ago. And that's what I want us all to focus on. It's like, you have to develop relationships. The relationships you're developing and nurturing today will drive your business tomorrow. And that is critical for us all to have that understanding. It's like, if you just focus on transactions, transactions come and go. What doesn't come and go is the relationship part of it. The real estate agent that you do a great job for, you provide value to, that sends you 3 deals a month. The financial advisor that sends you a customer a month. The builder that sends you a customer a month. The past customers you did an amazing job on that send you a customer a month. Like, it's an accumulation of relationships based upon your investment of time and effort. So don't focus on the transactions. Continue to stay long-term focused on relationships. So, last thing I want to say on this topic specifically is we have to always control our controllables. So, the things that we can control is our time, our effort, our time management, our social media posting, number of referral partners that we're in touch with on a daily basis, the number of new prospects that we're talking to on a daily basis. Like, we can control all of those things. The things that we can't control are interest rates. We can't control what the market's doing. Rates go up, rates go down. We can't control that. What we can control is what we are doing on a daily basis. And if we control those things, if we control our behavior and our habits and our output, the one thing I can guarantee everybody is that we're going to win. We will continue to win. You will have your best quarter ever. You will have your best year ever. UMortgage will 100% reach all of its goals this year. Like, that's not even an option for it not to happen. We're going to grow by 50% a quarter every quarter. We're going to build a great team here. Nothing can get in the way of that. Rates do not impact that, because we're doing what we can do. We're doing the things that we can control on a daily basis to make sure we achieve our goals. So if you're sitting there and you're concerned about the market's doing, you're concerned, rates have gone up X percent over the last 2 weeks, like, you can't control that, but you can control what you do today, like literally today. I can tell you that today when I got here, and a lot of you started getting messages from me very, very early. I was here at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not saying that because I'm telling you how many hours I work. I'm here because I love it. Like, I'm not here just because I'm working to work. I'm working because I'm passionate about making sure our loan officers are growing. I know yesterday people were stressed out. I want to make sure they're coming in today. We got a plan. We've had a plan. Our business development team, our marketing team, like, we're locked in to make sure we're winning. So, you don't have to worry about, how UMortgage is serving you. Every day there's a value. You're seeing the value throughout the day. It starts with the marketing team. Then you get hit with the business development team. We got training later on builder financing. Like, it's a nonstop machine because we're focused on being the value leader, and we want to make sure you're focused on being the value leader in your market. So we're going to win. Don't worry about what rates are doing. Just stay focused on your controllables. So we'll talk about this. One of our core values: own the moment. This is a big one. It's something that I really think is every single team member in our organization aligns with this core value. And, for me, I think we're starting to see the impact of the team on a daily basis. So, if you're in workplace every day, you're seeing a lot of activity. I had a loan officer tell me this week, like, hey, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. There's so many things going on. You guys got marketing, you got training, you got multiple trainings. Like, I don't know where to get started. For that person, I told them that where they need to get started was on their time management training that we're doing this week. Like, you need to get your stuff together. If you can't structure your day, if you can't structure the things you're doing, like, let's start with time management training. We do that. That's a part of the partnership. Like, that's just what we do. You need to set SMART goals. We do that as well. Like, we have everything you need. All you have to identify is like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Great. We got an answer for it. But the team is locked in and dialed in and ready to help all of our loan officers grow their business. But the major thing is we got to follow through. We set a meeting for sales development. We got 2 of the best sales development leaders here at our company. They can help anybody improve their conversion within a matter of weeks. Like, they're experts out there. They're best at what they do. I work with them every single day. I know they're amazing. But in order for us to do it, we need to make sure you've adopted Salesforce. We need to make sure you're making the calls, that you're taking on the coaching, that you're showing up to the coaching sessions. Like, the team is ready to go. You want to grow, whether it's business development, you want to contact more real estate agents, like, you name the game, we're going to help you win. But it takes 2 of us to work together to make sure this partnership's successful. So when I think about own the moment, I think about understanding that, like, I need to own the moment every single day and follow through my commitments to to be better in my business, to serve more customers, to reach out to new partners. And just because we're coming off a record year, like, 2020 and 2021, record years for everybody. Like, to be honest with you, rates were at all-time historical lows. Like, there's people that are working in call centers today that made a ton of money last year that will be out of the business in a year. So, like, winning last year was like getting a participation trophy. In 2022, it's game time. You got to earn it. You got to show up every day. It's not going to be easy. That's not the transaction game is the easy thing. That's now over. Now it's the relationship game. So, understand, take action, be accountable, understand this is urgent and it's important for you to show up to trainings, for you to do the things that you need to do every day to get better consistently. It's not, hey, I had a great Monday and Tuesday I'm taking off. Like, that's not the game. You can't be in the game of like, hey, I hit my quota on Monday. Like, quotas, that's for true salespeople. Again, we're in the relationship business. We're focused on getting better than we were yesterday. And if you have that mindset, you're not worried about how many apps you got yesterday. You're worrying about how many more you need to get than that in order for you to have a better day. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this in a little bit. I'm going to hand it off.
Good morning, UMortgage. What's up, guys? It's such an honor and pleasure to finally be on here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Trishul Kalapuram. You guys can all call me TK. I'm here with the Valley team. I am one of the sales team leads here. So first off, guys, let's reflect on one of our core values: relationships, not transactions. So what exactly does this mean? It kind of goes hand in hand with our referral-based business. So our quarterly goal was to get 930 referrals for our first quarter. We are currently 16.67% into our first quarter, ending off week 2. And at that goal, we are currently at 308 referrals for the quarter, which is great, which means we are on track to kind of reach that goal and possibly even exceed it. So let's not stop here, guys. So a lot of people have mentioned in previous meetings that true success is defined by a client that creates another client, or a customer that creates another customer. So in this specific scenario, if you're treating every client by building the relationship rather than treating it like a transaction, hopefully you are bound to get a referral from that client, possibly 2, possibly 3. The opportunity is endless. So if you are not constantly asking your clients for referrals, you're doing something wrong. And on top of that, if you're not constantly getting that referral business, if you're not treating every client like it's a relationship-focused transaction rather than just a business-focused transaction, you're obviously on the wrong path. We need to redefine what we truly define as success, as relationships, and we have to always tie into our core values. So next up, how can you possibly build that relationship better? First option, give your client options when you're talking to them. Don't just give them a par rate. Don't just give them one option. Hit them with 3, 4, 5 different options. So one way I truly do believe that I've been able to kind of take my business to the next level, and this kind of goes hand in hand with all of my clients. Every single one of my clients has always taken a rate with the maximum buy down, with the maximum discount point allowed. And I truly do believe that it's kind of enabled me to stand apart from every other loan officer, because there's a saying that I actually learned from one of my colleagues, Sarah. When selling discount points, the easiest way to put it is save more now and spend more in interest later, or spend more now and save more interest in the long run, which is exactly how discount points work, because you always got to look at obviously the time it takes to recoup that cost, how much it costs, and how much you'll save in the long run. But 8 out of 9 times, if that client is planning on staying in that home longer than 5 to 7 to 8 years, their costs will recoup for themselves, and it works every time. Give them the math, they will get to it. Next up, I wanted to go over our Salesforce adoption and utilization. So the Valley team has recently been adopting Salesforce for the past couple of weeks. We've gotten great success with it. It's really great to have a tool that enables us to obviously focus our marketing, our referral partners, our leads, everything in one platform. So if you are not utilizing Salesforce to the fullest potential, please do so. There are so many opportunities, especially with our fantastic marketing team that is able to get us whatever we want on our Salesforce platform. It honestly enables us to do a lot more. Valley team is loving it. UMortgage is loving it. Please get on that. Lastly, I wanted to talk about obviously going over Workplace, making sure you're obviously utilizing Workplace, because it's a mini Facebook. Obviously, we're chatting around, we're hyping each other up, we're posting. But there's a lot of opportunities. For example, those peer-to-peer groups. I had the opportunity to sit in not 1, but 2 peer-to-peer groups with great loan officers in the entire nation. And I learned a lot from it. We were able to branch off of each other's ideas. And honestly, it was great. Next up, I wanted to talk about loving what you do. So one thing that really sets me apart from a lot of other loan officers I'm competing with at other companies is I truly love what I do. I am truly passionate, and every single phone call not just because I'm faking it. It's because I truly do love what I do. The way I kind of look at it when I'm calling every single client, I am literally changing their lives, or at least I have the opportunity to. So I'm not saying anything special. There's no crazy script that's going into play here. I say the same thing that I've said a year ago. It still works simply because I have that passion. When I talk to my clients, they can sense that I truly care. And obviously it's hard to force this upon yourself, but you got to think about it. We're in a very important industry. We're in mortgages. People literally buy houses as their first big investment. Most part, their only biggest investment in their life. So if you're not obviously selling what you do, if you're not caring about what you do, you will fall behind. So if you're in this industry, you're working at UMortgage, you're at one of our great branches, please try to care. Treat every client like it's your first. If you do that, I promise your business will take off to the next level. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about catering to each person's individual needs. So first off, in the mortgage industry, obviously, when you have different clients, some clients might not want the maximum buy down plan. Some clients might be leaving in a year. They might be moving out in a year. So you need to cater to their individual needs. Kind of assess what your client wants based off of that initial conversation and give them those options. Be a true loan officer. You as the loan officer, you are capable of giving them the options so that they can obviously decide what they want to do with their transaction here or with the mortgage. But obviously as a loan officer, you need to give those options. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the leadership as well. Me being a leader, I've recently been added on as a leader a couple months ago. It's been a rough journey, but one thing I really learned is that I can't treat every one of my team members the same way. I can't be super hard on some people. I can't be super easy on some people. You need to learn to cater to individual needs, whether that goes with your mortgage industry area or whether it goes with your team members. But thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys soon.
Hi team, Brett DeGracia here, excited to come to you from HQ in Philadelphia. First, a little about me. I've been in the mortgage industry for about 5 years. I spent 1.5 years as a loan originator at a company in downtown Detroit. Along the way, I became a farmer and oversaw operations and production for 3 years. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me directly. I then spent the past 3 years in underwriting at UWM, where I was a senior team lead, and now here with you as director of operations. I want to take this time to discuss experience as everything. We all know that creating promoters out of borrowers will pay dividends. So our goal for 2022 is to achieve a 90% NPS score, which is great and very attainable if we focus on it. And congratulations all, as of today, we're currently at 91% year to date as a company. Operations is going to play a major part in maintaining this and getting to my personal goal of a 95% average. We're building a best-in-class operations team, so our production team members can take a 1003, verify disclosures assigned, and they can confidently go and help out the next borrower. We're working on optimizing everything that All In has to offer, leaving detailed comments every time we touch a file, and appropriately using the emails so all team members have clear and concise communications. We also have been implementing training and support to empower confidence and knowledge within our team members so we can accurately troubleshoot documents, conditions, and issues. Not only issues in the present, but also issues in the future that could arise with any new information that might come along. Also, we're developing processes and escalation details so anytime a file deviates off of our path to success, we can ensure that the file will safely be delivered to the closing table. This is going to result in consistent communication, ownership, and ensure that we're always solution-oriented within our SLA windows. Consistency is key in 2022. I look forward to the upcoming year and to talk about our next goal, the other half of Denisa. I hand it over to the one and only Denisa Hyseni.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. My name is Denisa Hyseni, or as some people know me, the second half of Denisa, and I'm the operations team lead coming to you from sunny Philadelphia. I've been in the mortgage industry for almost 3 years, where I was an underwriter at UWM, and now I'm here teaching my team how to look at files as an underwriter and anticipate what might pop up. Today, I'll be talking about experience is everything. In a world where brokers and retail lenders are everywhere, we want to be able to stand out. One way we can do that is by creating experiences, whether that's with our consumers, our internal teams, or our lending partners. Our goal is to get files from submission to CTC in 12 days or less. One way to do that is by training our team on the right documents to get an initial and how to submit. By submitting clean loans, that helps our experience with our lenders, less conditions to chase, and less escalations to have them wait. Once the file comes back approved with conditions, we double scrub it and see if there are any unnecessary conditions. We implemented this process last week, and up to date, we have had over 21 conditions waived, which helped us when we presented the approval to the borrower. We are also posting about the conditions we have had waived so that our team can be updated on some best practices as well as maybe learn something new. Another part of the experience is everything. We want to make sure we are keeping our internal communication up to date on every milestone of our files, whether it's leaving comments and all in, or making a call, sending an email, or shooting a text to our teams all over the US. That way, all hands are on deck and files are closed in a timely manner, and our consumers are happy with their experience with us. And last but not least, making sure we are keeping our borrowers updated and educating them during the life of the loan, so they feel a part of it, and that helps build the trust and the great experience. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you, and I will see you next time.
Good morning, UMortgage. Dave Higgins here from the Learning and Development team. Really excited to be in this week's sales meeting and wanted to give you an update on our Create Strong Communities goal. As a company, we're shooting to have every person have an average of 24 learning hours by the time we get to the end of Q1. So that averages out to about 2 hours of learning per person a week. What's our pace? How are we doing toward that goal? So right now, after 2 weeks down in the year, we're averaging 1.7 hours a week per team member. So we're a little behind on hitting our goal, but good news is that there is plenty of time left in the quarter to make up for it. So how can you hit that 2-hour training mark every single week? Well, the first thing you might want to do is shift your mindset a little bit about how you view training. Training isn't just something that you have to go to because someone tells you to be there. Think of training as an investment in you. It is your opportunity to get better, to grow personally and professionally. So invest in yourself. We as a company have made learning hours a company goal, which is to say that the entire company has prioritized investing in each of us to grow and to get better. So make that time. The company's made the time. Make the time to train yourself up. Make the investment to get yourself better. Now, we've got a ton of opportunities for you to do this, for you to invest in yourself. So the Learning and Development team has been recording and uploading almost every single training session that we have done so far this year. All of those training sessions in Workplace, we've been recording them and we've been uploading them into Illuminate. So that way you can access them later on. So for example, if you missed one of Kyle Kohler's all-in trainings or you missed the referrals training, you can go back and watch it in Illuminate. Every single month, I run a peer-to-peer coaching session for all of our LOs and all of our LOAs to learn from one another. So Anthony himself, he's doing time management training this week. So recognize all of these training opportunities as what they are, opportunities to invest in yourself and to grow and improve. Now, after every one of these trainings that you attend, sharing your feedback with all of us on how that training went is going to be crucial and really, really important so that we can continue to deliver you training and content that's beneficial to you. So depending on the type of training that you attend, you may be asked to fill out a specific survey to that training and give us that feedback on how we do, what can we improve, what can we get better at for next time, what did you like, what did you dislike. And then if there is no specific feedback to give on any one particular training, we have a medium for this in order for you to give feedback, and that's the report up every single week. So use that report up every single week to share the feedback. Tell us what you liked, what could have been better, how could we have made this more impactful for you so that we can grow from this and we can get this training opportunities where we want them in the future for each and every one of you. Now, I've got a very specific training opportunity that I want to bring up and share with all of you, and it's something I'm really, really excited about. This afternoon, I'm putting a training on at 3 p.m. for builder financing training. I've been working very, very closely with our business development team, with Jenny Ogle and with Nicole for the past couple of weeks to put this together. Really excited about this. UMortgage has partnered with a building financing company that's going to allow you, our LOs, to provide value to real estate agents in your market, to builders in your market, all those sorts of things. So this is going to be huge for you as LOs, because as the market turns away from refi and towards purchases, you're going to be looking for ways to find new purchase business. And the builder market is going to be a really awesome and new opportunity for you to find that new business. So join me this afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Links to the training itself will be in the LO group in Workplace. That's all for me this week. Thanks for having me. I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Jimmy.
Hey guys, Jimmy here. Hey, so today for sales meeting, I get to talk about our goal about getting better every day. So one of the goals we have is a 50% increase in locks quarter over quarter. So that means for quarter one, we need to do 1,100 locks. That's 366 roughly locks per month. Okay, so obviously December slows down a little bit. January's off to a little slower start. So right now we're at about 118, 119 locks. So we're 33% of where we should be for January. So we're lagging a little behind. So we need to really ramp that up. More referrals, more locks. Obviously, one of the big things we talked about for people is obviously refer more business in. So that's a big emphasis. Let's get those things going and get it dialed in. Now, we got some great things coming. Sean, Matt, and myself are going to do a recruiting webinar. So we're going to talk about what it's like to work at UMortgage, why you should work at UMortgage, and what we're looking to do. So if we want to increase our lock volume massively, we need more LOs, but we need quality LOs. So we're going to be doing a webinar. They haven't announced officially the time yet. We're going to do a webinar, talks about why UMortgage, why we're the best partner in the wholesale channel, how we can bring all these things to light for current lenders that are retail, that want all the bells and whistles, so to speak, of retail, but in the wholesale channel. So better pricing, the access to United Wholesale and Home Point and our partners that really outperform everybody else. So we're going to be working on that. Also, coming up is builder financing. So what we're trying to do is get a product in place that we're working on proprietary that will allow realtors to go to builders and allow much better financing options than the banks and hard money. What that allows to do is a realtor to build a solid relationship with that builder, which in turn allows us as the lender to go and do the very same thing. So we get the deals, they get the deals, we lock it in with these lenders, we become their preferred lender. It's a big issue in our world. Retail always gives all these massive incentives. If we can bring something to the builder that retail can't, we win. So that's coming out. It'll be part of the partner playbook. Obviously, big emphasis on locks like we talked about. We want more on-site appointments. We want to ask for more referrals. Everybody in the company needs to talk to everybody. Okay, we need your help. We can't drive the train by ourselves. You know, we might be the engineer, we might be rolling that train down the tracks, but someone's got to feed the coal into the fire. That's everybody. That's me. That's HR. That's the tech team. Everybody that works at UMortgage, we don't make any money unless we do loans. So that's a massive emphasis of what we want to work on. So we're a little behind on our goals right now, but I'm certain that's going to pick up. We had a great week here in Utah. There's a great week in Michigan. I see people ramping up and ramping up and ramping up because it's coming. All right. Just because rates are going up doesn't mean we're not going to lock and close a ton of loans. So we need to keep pushing on that. So the call to action right now, obviously, first and foremost, support the promotion of hiring more LOs. If we all love our jobs and we love the culture here, we need more loan officers. Okay. Find good ones. Promote that webinar. Okay. The marketing team is going to be sharing a bunch of stuff that we can share. We want great LOs to continue this great culture here so that we can build something amazing. A lot of people here, you know, you may be younger, you maybe don't realize the opportunities in front of us. As a guy who's run my own company as an LO, this is a massive, broad world, and we are at the pinnacle of actually taking over retail. So ask anybody how we can help. If I can help you, you let me know. Let's focus on our goals. Referrals, referrals, referrals. Dial it in. Let's rock and roll. If I can help any of you, VA questions, lending questions, marketing questions, anything I can do, reach out to me. I appreciate you guys. Thanks, Anthony.
Thank you, Jimmy. Crushing it as always, and definitely the epitome of get better every day as you live that motto in everything you do. So we're going to go through these last 3 slides here, guys. We're going to wrap up. First one is 12-week year. We're in week 3 of that 12-week year. 12-week year is all about understanding that, like, we don't, you know, the annual goal thing is great, but urgency is everything. Sprinting at all times is everything. When you think you got 52 weeks, you can slow down. You can, like, you know, put yourself in a position where, hey, I started slow this week. I'm just going to make it up down the line. Like, when you only have 12 weeks, we're burning through these weeks. I mean, it's happening quickly. And every single day that we're just a little bit behind a goal, I'm sitting there saying, how are we going to make up this pace? How are we going to make up the referrals? How are we going to make sure we get our learning hours? And every single week, we're doing things here to make sure we're being adaptable, we're making changes, and we're going to achieve our goals at the end of this quarter. So, we talked a little bit at the beginning about the big announcements that's coming up. That's going to play a big part in our goals for this quarter. But for loan officers, two big things that we have to be accomplishing on a week-to-week basis. Like, number one, 2 learner hours. Like, you heard what Dave Higgins said. Got to change our mindset. This is not, hey, I'm going in and I'm doing training that doesn't add value to me. This is about getting better and having that mindset. Like, if you came to UMortgage, you're most likely in a situation, I would say there's a very high percentage chance that you're making less here than you were making somewhere else. That's just the way it is. We're not going to be the low margin company. We're a value company. We're the premium company. We're all about winning, and we're doing it together as a team, both as a LO and the organization. So, you went backwards there on the margin. You came here because of the value prop, the community, the team, everything that we have to offer. Not taking advantage and not being focused on getting better every day and doing the trainings and getting the coaching is not what you signed up for. If you're not going to attend those things, you're not going to get the results that we talked about. You're not going to grow by 50% a quarter. So for me, it's like, we're going to grow by 50% a quarter, and I'm not going to slow down, and I'm not going to let you slow down. So something's going to give, and it's not going to be me. So you might get tired of me and leave, but I'm going to make sure you get better. If you're here, you're going to get better. You're going to grow by 50%, regardless of how annoying or frustrating I can be. So 2 locks per week is the goal for an LO. 2 learner hours per week. That's the goal. This is not, something that you should look at as a bad thing. That's what you signed up for, is I want to win. I want to win big. Now, how do I get my 2 locks per week? Talk a little bit about some we're rolling out effective next week. This is an initiative we've been working on with our learning and development department. And this is a big focus on making sure we're taking our top LOs and putting them in front of our LOs that need coaching, that need help, that need to learn how to do business development, need to learn how to do marketing, need to get some just business structure coaching. So the three peer-to-peer groups we're going to be running weekly: business development, focus on lead gen and prospecting. That's going to be a session that is maintained by Corey from the marketing team, Nicole from the business development team, and Matt Gauger, obviously top LO, $100 million plus producer. All about focused on making sure you're doing what you need to do. You understand how to grow your following. You're understanding how to create leads, how to convert them, how to use the systems that optimally nurture your customers. Like, Matt's going to take all of his experience. The top 1% of the country crusher is going to give you everything he's got. And again, this is a resource. This is part of the partnership. This is part of what we do here. It's all about community. So that's going to be one session we do. Next session is going to be focused on business coaching, goals, time management, accountability. That's going to be a session that Dave Higgins is doing with Sean Hammond. Again, this is all about putting you in the position to succeed. This is not about working more hours. This is not about working harder. It's about working effectively, getting the most out of your day, putting yourself in a position where you're getting your locks, you're getting better, and you're feeling that fulfillment you want to feel. Third session is going to be relationship development. This is all going to be about presentation and value proposition. So Dave Higgins and Jimmy Hobson are going to be doing this. Obviously, you've seen Jimmy. He crushes his presentations. He's a great educator. That's why his pipeline's always full from his referral partners. Dave's specialization is presentation, is being able to take what our value proposition is and present it to real estate agents and present it to our referral partners, and making sure we're staying top of mind with a clear call to action. So those are going to be the 3 peer-to-peer sessions that we're going to do every week. And anybody that doesn't hit their 2 locks for the week has to attend these sessions, has to attend at least one of these sessions. So, just understand, this isn't a penalty. These are best-in-class loan officers: Jimmy Hobson, Matt Gauger, Sean Hammond. These are people that have crushed it throughout their career, that are given their time for the purpose of helping our loan officers get better. So we're going to start scheduling those at the end of this week. Last thing we want to talk about is, what can I do today? Let's get started tactically today. Let's get to work. Let's do the things we need to do to grow our business. Number 1, marketing team every single day in workplace. They're sharing the creative asset and the copy to post on social media with a clear call to action. Customer goes through there, it'll come directly into Salesforce. You'll get assigned that customer lead. That's an easy win that's generating business for the loan officers that are doing it. So let's go ahead and start with that. Number 2, asking for referrals. Anybody that's been in a meeting with me, virtually, in person, has heard me ask. On Tuesday, I got 4 referrals generated just simply by asking people I was talking to for a referral. We're on a phone call with our account executive from a lender. By the end of the call, I'm like, hey man, if you come across any broker or anybody that isn't licensed in a certain state and they have a customer, send that broker over to us, have them refer the client to us. Go everywhere you go, promote yourself. Ask for the business. If you don't ask, you're not going to get it. So make that a habit. It seems like it's a big deal. It's not. Number 3, daily in-person appointments. This is a must. We have to be getting in touch and in front of our referral partners, whether that's a real estate agent, a financial advisor, somebody in our local community. In-person appointments is the key to relationship development. When you meet with somebody, you deliver value and you get value back, that's when relationships develop and people think of you hey, I'm talking to a real estate agent and I said, hey, you should meet my buddy who's a loan officer at UMortgage. Make that investment in people and in those relationships, and you're going to get more relationships. So we have a goal. One of our loan officers here, his goal is 1 appointment on site per day, 1 appointment off site per day, and it's generating business for him. So that's another call to action. Next thing is attend your closings. This is as effective as it gets. Got a closing? Go to the closing. Take a picture of the client, post it on social media, tag the customer, celebrate the savings on a refinance, celebrate the fact that they just became a homeowner. It's an opportunity to celebrate a win. It's an opportunity to acknowledge a great event in that customer's life. It's an opportunity to congratulate the real estate agent for doing an amazing job. Now you're developing a partnership by reaching out to them on that side. And it's an opportunity where if these people, accept your post on their timeline, now you're getting all of their views from all of their friends and all the people in their sphere of influence as the person that just delivered home ownership for their friend. It's a great opportunity. It's an easy win, and it's something you can take action on right now. Last thing is report up. So, last week we had we had 18 of our LOs submit report up. Obviously, not everybody submitted. Here's what report up's all about. Tell us how we can get better. You got a training and it wasn't effective? Tell me about it. I want to know. We want to get better. Nobody's going to get in trouble. Everybody here is obsessed with getting better. We want to add value. We don't want to waste people's time. If we're doing something that's wasting a loan officer's time, that's taking time away from your family. That's taking time away from your business and your referral partners. That's not effective. That's the opposite of what we want to do. So help us understand, how do we get better? Is there a system that you need to learn? Is something we're doing today either holding you back, or is there something we could be doing that could help you move forward? Let us know. We're focused on getting better every day. You heard from our operations leaders. You heard from Dave Higgins. This is all about adding value, adding velocity, and putting us all in a situation, both you and the organization, that we're achieving our goals together. So share that feedback. Tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we're doing bad. And just like we expect feedback from you, I talk to our branch managers. I talk to our loan officers every single day, and I tell them what they're doing good and what they're doing bad. And I'm very straightforward about it because we're focused on getting better every day. It's not just our core value. It's who we are. It's a mindset, and you got to buy into it. And it all starts with report up. So great sales meeting. I appreciate you guys. Get your 2 locks, get your 2 learner hours. Let's make it happen. Have a great day.